What does Parshat Toldot have to do with the Godfather? I'm Yoni from Holster Mountain Tours, and welcome to Pop Culture and the Parsha. Welcome to Pop Culture and the Parsha, where I take each week's Parsha and connect it to some aspect of pop culture, whether it's movies, TV shows, plays, comics, whatever. This week I'm going to be talking about the connection between Parshat Toldot and one of my favorite movies of all time, The Godfather. We finally got here. We finally got to The Godfather. So what's the connection? Let's think about it. Let's look at what's in Parshat Toldot. Well, there's a lot to talk about. You have the infertility of Yitzchak and Rivka, their tefillot to change that, and the subsequent birth of the twins, Esav and Yaakov. You then have the purchase of Esav's birthright by Yaakov for a bowl of soup. And then you have the whole family going to stay in Gerar for a while, followed by Yitzchak wanting to give a bracha to Esav, but Yaakov and his mother, Rivka, they pull a switcheroo, and they dress up Yaakov as Esav so that Yaakov can pretty much steal the bracha from the now blinded Yitzchak, who doesn't know the difference. And then Yaakov runs away in fear for his life to Haran. So what does any of that have to do with The Godfather? Well, The Godfather is just so rich and full of story that there's a lot to draw on. But in this particular instance, I want to talk about the theme of brothers. The theme of brothers features pretty strongly in the Parsha, and it also features pretty strongly in The Godfather as well. And I want to talk about two of the brothers in The Godfather, specifically Sonny and Michael. Sonny is a hot-headed, short-tempered brother who's very, very close with his father, whereas Michael is the quieter, more contemplative brother who's not as close with his father, who's not kept in the loop of his father's business. And that's exactly the relationship they have in the Parsha, where you have Esav, who is very quick-tempered and very quick to act, very short-tempered, and he is incredibly close with Yitzchak, whereas Yaakov is the quieter of the two brothers and is not as close with his father. He's closer to his mother. So what happens? We find that both Yaakov and Michael, although they're quieter and although they're not as close with their father, they're not by any means unlike their father. As a matter of fact, we find that they're very much like their father, more so than their older brother, Esav and Sonny, respectively. We find that specifically in The Godfather, in the scene where Michael decides that he's going to shoot Sollozzo and Captain McCluskey. We see that he's incredibly cunning and devious when it comes to these ideas, very much like his father. And it is that shooting that has Michael flee for his life. Now, it's not an exact comparison to the Parsha, because in the Parsha, Yaakov did something to Esav in order for Yaakov's life to be in danger and then therefore have to run away. Whereas in The Godfather, Michael doesn't do anything specifically to Sonny, but he does do something that puts his life in danger and forces him to run away. Specifically, he shoots Sollozzo and McCluskey, and he has to run away to Sicily to save his life, very much like Yaakov had to run away to Haran in order to save his life. So that's a little bit of the comparison. It's going to continue into next week. I'm so excited about this. The comparison is going to continue into next week. I guess we can call it The Godfather Part 2, even though it's still actually The Godfather Part 1. But that's the comparison that I've found between Parshat Toldot and The Godfather. Let me know if you think this was a good comparison. Let me know in the comments below. Please, by all means, share this video with friends, with family. Share it on social media. Share it however you like. Talk about it at the Shabbos table. Let me know if you think this was a good idea. Let me know if you find any other references, any other comparisons of this Parsha to pop culture in any way. I'm just so excited that we finally got to The Godfather. So until next week when we talk about The Godfather again, this is Yoni Berg saying Shabbat Shalom, everybody.